Hello, SU sports fans. Welcome to Bleacher Talk. I'm Kale Ahern, the Slate's assistant sports editor. I'm here with Dave Barth, the Slate sports editor, to talk about Super Bowl 49 this Sunday in Arizona.
The Seattle Seahawks are the defending champions and are coming off a dramatic overtime victory over the Green Bay Packers. The Patriots, on the other hand, are coming into Sunday's game after a laugher over the Indianapolis Colts.
This matchup should make for a close and entertaining Super Bowl. We're going to look at some key points and make our predictions on who will win. Also, we're going to predict who will be MVP. So Dave, what do you think is going to happen in the big game on Sunday?
I think Seattle's going to take home their second NFL trophy on Sunday, and here's my reasons for that. The Seattle's defense, the Legion of Boom, is one of the best defenses in NFL history. You can ask almost anybody about that. These guys allowed an average of 15.9 points per game this year, which is easily the lowest in the NFL. Another huge factor for the Seahawks is Russell Wilson. He's an extremely mobile quarterback, throws well on the run, and uses his legs and arm to pick up a lot of yards. And he also makes great decisions for such a young QB. I believe that the single biggest factor, though, for the Seahawks is going to be Marshawn Lynch. Has always been able to run over anybody in the league. He is great at game clock management. You can hand him the ball almost any time, especially in the second half, and they can run the clock down very well using him. He also can make good catches. He has great hands on checkdowns and stuff. So I'm predicting a final score of 34-28 Seattle advantage. So how do you think the game's going to go on Sunday?
Well, I think it's going to be a close game throughout. I think that the game is strength versus strength in terms of Seattle's defense, which is one of the best defenses in the league, allowed 267.1 yards per game this season, the lowest in the NFL. And then you have New England's offense, which is also the fourth highest scoring offense in the NFL, so it should make for a great game. I think there's going to be a lot of intriguing matchups, but the most intriguing matchup to watch is New England's tight end Rob Gronkowski, who has led all tight ends in receiving this year with 1,124 yards, versus Seattle's linebackers, who are very athletic and very capable of defending him. He is Brady's best target, so it'll be interesting to see if that plays a factor into the game. For Seattle, I think they're going to need to establish the running game because they have a lot of injuries to their receiving core. Marshawn Lynch had the fourth most rushing yards this season, and Russell Wilson, their quarterback, led all quarterbacks on the ground with 849 yards on the season. So he has the ability to make plays out of the pocket, extend the plays with his legs, and give his receivers a chance to get open downfield so they can catch the ball. I think the game is going to come down to the final drive. It's going to be close throughout. I think that Russell Wilson and the Seahawks are going to find a way to pull it out 28-24. So who do you think MVP of the big game is going to be, Dave?
I think Marshawn Lynch is going to be the MVP. Given that the Seahawks are winning, Marshawn Lynch is, I believe, the most valuable player on that team. The Seahawks don't believe that. Obviously, they're planning to get rid of him, but I think that's a huge mistake. I think that everything Russell Wilson does is based off of what Marshawn Lynch can do, and Marshawn Lynch really sets the tempo for the team. Everybody knows about beast mode, and he's very good with his hands. He can catch the ball on a check down, and he can run through anybody in the league. And based off of opposing teams' defensive strategies for the Seahawks, I believe that the line is going to try to contain Russell Wilson and make them run the ball as much as possible, keep the ball on the ground. And also, another reason for Marshawn Lynch's success is going to be the back four for the New England Patriots. They have Brandon Browner on the on the right side, and Darrelle Revis. Everybody knows about Revis Island on the left. And passing is going to be hard to come by, especially from a Seattle wide receiver core that hasn't seen anybody this year pick up more than 500 yards. So, what are your predictions for MVP?
Well, I think Russell Wilson is going to end up being MVP of this game. He is the X factor for the Seahawks. Without him, nothing goes. I don't even think Marshawn Lynch would be able to run the ball without Wilson having the dual threat that he is. This concludes the Super Bowl edition of Bleacher Talk. Make sure to tune in to NBC on Sunday night at 6:30 for what should be a grand finale to the NFL season. Make sure you keep up with Bleacher Talk and all the sports at theslateonline.com. Till next time, sports fans, for Dave Barth, I'm Kale Ahern.